welcome to the fucking show.
Hey, folks, how you guys doing? It's Will Patterson here live with my main man, Dave Wallencheck here. There he is. There's my main man, Dave, right there. We're here at Tight End Loose Out.
Super high.
I just want to apologize to everybody for last week again. With it being my 50th birthday, I was not able to make it on. I had a surprise birthday party that I was not privy to knowing about, but then I had a friend go and tell me all about it and say, hey, man, look, I know you got this surprise birthday party thing going on, but bro, I'm sorry. I know you got this, podcast thing going on, but if you could you miss that? And I was like, I don't know if I could miss that, man. I already got my guests lined up, and I got all that fun stuff getting ready to happen, and I don't know, just the heartstrings kind of pulled at me, and I said, you know what, you only turn 50 once, so why not go ahead and just take the week off? I figured all my friends and fans and family out there would all understand, and you guys are all very sensitive and very nice about it, and I just want to appreciate everybody, the tons and tons of people that reached out to me to wish me a happy birthday. Just thank you guys all so much from the bottom of my heart. As many of you guys that might follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you guys seen that I actually jumped out of an airplane for my birthday, the day after my birthday. Al Miller says, "What's up, gentlemen? Have a great show tonight." Thank you, Al. Appreciate you, brother. Al personally gave me a call on my birthday. We chopped it up and had a great conversation. Al, I just want to say thank you, man. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate you, brother. But yeah, jumped out of an airplane, 14,000 feet, Dave. I went a minute and a half falling to the earth before I got to pull the ripcord, brother. The guy went.
Really? How was that experience?
Dude, let me tell you something, man. I'll tell you guys a brief story. If you guys got a minute, give me a minute here. So, you guys know that I lost my mother and I lost my father, and so we'll come full circle to this. So when my father passed away, the day he passed away, I should say the funeral, there was a rainbow at Rest Haven North Ridgeville Funeral Cemetery that ended at my dad's burial site. As we're taking my dad out of the hearse, my Uncle Dan, my godfather, looks at me and says, "Hey, boy, look, your father made it to the other side." And ironically enough, the rainbow was right where my dad was going to be buried. Fast forward 15 years later or so, roughly, Mom passed away. And the next day, as I'm leaving to go to work, what greets me out my front door? A rainbow. And it was my mother telling me that she made it to the other side. And as I'm going up into the air on the plane, and when you go skydive, they go up in a corkscrew formation. They don't go like this. They go up in a corkscrew. All right. So they don't fly away from the drop zone. And as I'm going up there to the sky, I look out the window. Some just had me just look off to the right, out the window. And I look, and what do I see? A rainbow. And Dave, I've seen that, and a peace come over me. Whether if I was going to make it or not, I knew that my parents were either going to welcome me when I got there, or that was then letting me know that I was going to be safe. So when the guy has me on the back and they open up this garage door inside of the plane, I didn't even hesitate. Let's go, man. So you got to scoot on your butts and you get there to the door. He takes my head, he puts it against his chest so I wouldn't snap my neck coming out of the plane. And he went like this. And out the plane we went, man. And all I could see was clouds. It was a wonderful thing, man. And all I could see was just the clouds. I'm coming down and I'm coming through the clouds. And he's talking to me just as clear as day. My face is flapping in the wind, and he's like, "Hey man, look to your left. We got the girl with the video camera." And I look to the left, and I'm like, "Woo, Jimmy Superfly Snuka," So yeah, and man, and we came down, and finally, he waved over his head, and we pulled the ripcord, and so this is the part that hurts, folks. Okay, I'm going to stand up for a little bit. That strap started right here. Okay, you guys see that right there? The strap started right here. When he pulled that ripcord, that sumbitch went right up inside here. Okay. Needless to say, I was talking a little octave higher by the time we got to the ground, because I still had to float down for another 2 more minutes. But that thing hugging the nuts. So,
so Willie, was it like you were moving really fast, or did it feel like it was forever?
No, you know what, Dave? It didn't even seem like a minute and a half. It really didn't. You're looking around like you're just like I see Lake Okeechobee off in the distance, and looking at the farmlands, the sugarcane fields, and like. I had such a peace over top of me, man. I never once thought about hitting the ground. Like, it never crossed my mind. It really didn't. I was so wanting to keep my form and keep my hands out there and keep my legs tucked in and tucked back. Like, it was just like a peace, man, that you'll never, unless you do it, man, you'll never understand unless you do it, But I know that I need to lose weight. I do want to do it solo. I have to lose about another 25 more pounds, and I have to jump with a teacher again, because the guy I jumped with was a teacher. So I got to jump with him one more time, and then I have to do 4 weeks, 4 days of training. And then I can go do my solo dive. I can't do a solo jump until I lose 20, 25 pounds. So yeah, so I got to get down. I got to get down under, 210. They want me around 210 to do that. So yeah. So yeah. So we got some ways to go, but no, that was birthday weekend. I got to hang out with Red out at the beach. That was fun. And yeah. Yeah.
So was he there for your birthday?
No, he comes down every year around my birthday. He comes down. He's up in Sarasota, Siesta Key area. Yeah.
But he wasn't there for your surprise party?
Mm-mm. This was all work people. Yeah, this was all work people. People from my networking group and stuff like that. They had me in. How's my microphone, Dave? Is it better today?
Yes, it's better today.
Okay, good. I think I know what was wrong. But yeah, so how was your 4th of July? How was your Independence weekend, Dave? How was your America 250 weekend, brother?
It's funny you ask, because I came home. It was so hot here the Friday before that, and we worked a ton of hours at work. And I came home, showered, and I laid down at like 7:30, and I didn't wake up till 4:30 the next morning. So I missed it. They did fireworks. I'm sorry, that was Thursday. They did fireworks Thursday night here, and I just stayed home. I stayed home. I fell asleep. I was tired. And then Saturday, what did I do? Saturday, I didn't do anything. I stayed at home too. I worked on some stuff for the station and in our grand opening. That's it.
Well, Dave's turning 48 this year, folks. So he's getting up there in age,
Yeah,
So yeah, so you're turning 48 this year, and you'll be 50 in 2 years. Which, by the way, Dave, you look great for your age. You really do, man. I mean, like, a lot of people say that I look good for my age, but so do you, man. I must say that you don't look like you're 48 years old. You got a lot of gray. I don't know if you guys zoom in or not. You guys got some gray right here, but that's all from kids and ex-girlfriends and ex-wives. So
yeah, really, I appreciate that, and I feel good mentally and physically is the best I felt in the last 6-7 years. So I'm keep pushing every day and trying to be positive each and every day, and
that's it, man.
Moving forward and not let any negative shit get me down, and just stay positive, man, because tomorrow's never promised, the next minute's never promised.
Nope.
I just take it second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour.
That's it, man. That's it, brother. That's without a doubt. Yeah. So As you guys know, we got a very special guest on. This will be his third time on, third in 3 straight years. We've had the winner of the Great Lakes Classic on. We've had, which is Mike Mcvetta. We're going to have him on here a little bit later. We got to go through all the races that we missed from 2 weeks ago to last week. If I missed any races, I apologize. I definitely was not at my top game this weekend. Got into a bottle of, or a jar of, well, 2 jars of apple pie moonshine. And, needless to say, I had a good time. Yeah. Good evening. And Nate, I know you call me gentleman over here. I don't know if you're trying to insult me or you're trying to butter me up, buddy. But yeah, brother, come on. We've known each other long enough, man. We know we're not gentlemen. Yeah. So I've known Nate since I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old. Yes, absolutely. So yeah. So good to see you on here, Nate. Thank you for getting on here, commenting on here. Hey, folks, by the way, we got you guys on here commenting. I need to see some likes. All right, let's get that like button going. Let's get that love button going. Let's get the share button. Let's let everybody know about how great this show is. Please, folks, push this show. Push the dope, push the dope, push the dope. Get it out there. Let's see some likes, like Redline Radio, like Tied In Loose Out. Dave, you got it? Oh yeah, Outlaw Beer. Do they got a Facebook page yet?
They do. Go look up Outlaw Light Beer.
Yeah, go on Outlaw Light Beer. Yeah.
Tag Redline Radio, tag Redline Network. Take a picture of you with the Outlaw Beer. We'll put you in a drawing, win some free beer. We actually had two new winners this past week. So Ben Gillespie, Ben Gillespie and Knuckles won a free 12-pack. And I have another 12-pack sitting on the floor over here. Hold on, let me show it to everybody. So this is what you'll get.
Right there. So Dave's going to go grab the beer, but folks, go out there in the store, get yourself a 12-pack Outlaw Light Beer, take a picture, go over to Redline Radio, take a picture with it, get a chance to get yourself another free one there, folks. Hell yeah. So, hey, take 12 pictures. There it is. Right there. I can't wait to go ahead and get it. Dave says he's going to come up to Oswego. He's going to go ahead and present me with a 12-pack of Outlaw Beer. And we're going to do a taste test around the camp. All right? We're going to do an honest-to-God taste test around the camp to see what everybody thinks. And if anybody knows my group around the camp, they are very open and honest, and sometimes too honest. So, yeah, we'll check it out. Must be boring Dave. So with that being said, folks, Dave,
no, you're not boring me, man. I'm just tired. Just tired.
I know, man. I'm just joking, Dave. Let's get to the folks that pays the bills, folks. There we go. Hey, folks, welcome to the Fisher Custom Printing Studio, new studio inside the new house. Fisher Custom Printing. They did this wonderful sign back here, folks. I'm telling you, they ship them coast to coast, all over the place, even to Canada. Go ahead and get a hold of Bethany and Clay. Phone number 440-371-8424. They letter your race cars. They letter your business stores. Let everybody know what time your business is open. I'm telling you, if you let everybody know that you found out through Tied In Loose Out, you will get yourself a 10% discount. So get a hold of Bethany and Clay. Again, phone number 440-371-8424. Official sponsor of the show. Then you got Lenny Fowler's Bush Trimming Service. Nobody trims the bush better than Big Lenny. Lenny gets in there nice and deep like. All right, you guys got any bush trimming around the Oswego, New York area? Over at the Y, that's where you'll find Lenny. Lenny Fowler Bush Trimming Services. Then you got the Cruiser. I don't have the sign hanging up. It will be up next week. All right. So Randy Riskus is on fire right now. He's making some clocks. He's making some koozies, all for super modified drivers. He also does it for your business too. He's also an official sponsor here of the show. So if you guys have any crazy ideas where you want to have promotional things for either your race team or for your business, go ahead and get over to Randy Riskus. They have themselves a Facebook page. It's called Cruiser. All right, we'll play on words from Hoosier, but go ahead and tell Randy that you found him on the show here at Tied In Loose Out, and I promise you he'll take good care of you. Yeah, then we got Al Miller Racing. I know Al had told me I cannot say it's not Al Miller Racing, but Al, I know, but I still want to call it Al Miller Racing. But it's the Miller family. I know the wife, Team Gunslinger. Yeah, baby. Al Miller called me on my birthday. Al, again, thank you so much for calling me on my birthday. I appreciate that, brother. Means more than you know to hear a nice, friendly voice from back home. Call, and just to talk. I don't get those phone calls much anymore from people back home. Been down here now for going on 12 years. And thank you, Al. Appreciate it. But Al's been a loyal sponsor here of the show since the conception of the show. And he sends me a check every year of $69 because he's the number 69 350 Super Modified race team. Clay Carl is his driver. And good luck this year. Good luck at Lancaster, Al, and family. Then you got Lifetime Roofing expert contractors based out of Fulton, New York. Phone number 315-297-4589. That's Lifetime Roofing. I'm telling you guys right now, as a roofing contractor down here in Florida, I looked these people up. They're genuine. They're a good contracting company. I looked up on their Google review. It is very well, people. So if you guys have any roof leaks or anything like that up there in the Oswego area, get a hold of Lifetime Roofing. Tell them that you heard about them here on Tied In Loose Out. You guys already know the deal. It's a promo code, baby. Any sponsors, use that promo code. Get yourself a discount. Then you got JC's Custom Woodworking. Nobody plays with their wood like Big JC, based out of Hannibal, New York. This is a legit sponsor. I know I go ahead and I bust his balls and I call it JC's Custom Woodworking, but he actually has a Facebook page and he does beautiful. All right, folks, does beautiful woodworking type things. So get a hold of Jason. JC, his name is Jason Carter. If you guys want to look for him on Facebook, personally, his name is Jason Carter. I'm sure you Super Modified friends will have mutual friends with this guy. He's friends with every Super Modified fan and driver across the country. And if you guys have anything you'd like JC to make you, I'm telling you, he can do it. He does really good work, folks. Then you got Reinhardt Kingsley Mowing, based out of Oswego, New York. Phone number 315-751-1160. Jason is busting his ass. I just talked to him a couple days ago. I think it was on Sunday, or it might have been Saturday. I don't know, whatever. Kind of that moonshine gets rolling and it all kind of blends in together. But he's out there busting his ass and sweating his ass off right now. But he still has openings. So if you guys have any work that you guys need to have done, you guys are tired of cutting that grass in the sun, go ahead and give Jason Kingsley a call. We're over there at Reinhardt Kingsley Mowing. Tell you right now, come on, do a really good job. And also use that, what's that promo code? Tied In Loose Out. Right there it is, folks. Telling you guys, everybody up there in the Oswego area, go ahead and get a hold of Reinhardt Kingsley Mowing. Phone number again, 315-751-1160. Then you have Big Jim's Golf Cart Taxi Service. Nobody gets around town like Big Jim. I'm telling you right now, Big Jim was busy on Saturday with the golf cart. Had some rain there at Oswego last weekend, and he was running people up the hill, down the hill, and you know what? He might have been delayed because why? Nobody gets around town like Big Jim. So you guys have a golf cart, and it's I'm telling you right now, don't let Big Jim drive it because he might disappear with some hot chick. It happens a lot. I'm telling you, I've seen it myself. Get a hold of Big Jim's golf cart taxi service. Then you got Oswego Storage Ports, secure, reliable, and dry. Just opened up a couple of years ago there. Their address is at 74 Mitchell Street, phone number 315-216-7726. We have a website. It's called OswegoStoragePorts.com. Again, folks, promo code Tied In Loose Out. They're going to give you guys a discount. So if you guys are planning on moving or you guys got some things you need to go ahead and keep dry for the summer or for the winter, get a hold of Oswego Storage Ports. I'm telling you right now, they're going to take good care of you. 74 Mitchell Street. Oh, and you got one of my favorite sponsors, Rupert's Party Rentals, based out of Fulton, New York, and he does everything out of the Fulton, Syracuse, Oswego area. He's got bounce houses, he's got dunk tanks, he's got tables, he's got chairs, he's got tents. Folks, telling you right now, you guys got graduation parties are coming up, weddings are coming up. If you are not calling Rupert's Party Rentals and saying, Tight End Loose Out sent me, you are spending way too much money. Get a hold of Rupert. Tell him I sent you, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to get yourself a discount. He's the one that supplies the dunk tank up there, up the hill for the drivers dunking that we had on, what was that, Saturday of last year, Classic. And guess what, folks? We're going to do it again. So get a hold of Rupert's Party Rentals. Phone number, 315-532-4300. Okay, so get a hold of Rupert's Party Rentals. Tell them Tight End Loose Out sent you. And you got Big Chief's Tax Service. Nobody cooks the books like the Big Chief. I know we're past tax time, but if you're going to plan on filing late, get a hold of Big Chief's Tax Service. Why? Because nobody cooks the books like the Big Chief. You need some write-offs that maybe Uncle Sam doesn't need to know about. Get a hold of Greg Calicerto over at Big Chief's Tax Service. And he'll give you a discount. What's that promo code? Tight End Loose Out. That's right. Oh, and you got my boy Zach Calhoun's his awesome pizzeria. Then you got Calhoun's Pizzeria, based out of Hannibal, New York, home of the meatiest calzone ever. It's big, it's thick, it's juicy, it oozes out of the end when you take a bite out of it. I'm telling you right now, get a hold of Zach Calhoun. If you want a good calzone, he's based out of Hannibal, New York. Oh, then we got Kingsley's Outdoor Service. Yes. This is based out of Florida. And yes, it is a relation. This is Big Moose Kingsley's business down here. It's they're making your outdoors red, white, and awesome. Phone number 863-282-9714. They do all your land clearing, your brush cutting, and your dirt work. Any type of thing you have. So for my Florida fans that watch down here, you bought yourself some property, you need some land being cleared, get a hold of Big Moose over there at Kingsley's Outdoor Service. I promise you, they're going to take good care of you. Then you got Big Mike's Meats, home of the Double XL tube steak. So if you guys ever come to the Calcutta, and many of you guys do, you guys have the delicious meats that are being cooked. Those are from Big Mike. Yep. Big Mike's Meats, home of the Double XL tube steak. Then you got Atkins Glass. Atkins Glass based out of Sandusky, Ohio, doing all your automotive and RV windshield needs. Phone number 419-625-8421. Again, folks, use that promo code. I'm sick of telling you, you guys should know it. If you guys got a cracked windshield, go ahead and get a hold of Atkins Glass. Randall and Courtney, they'd be more than happy to go ahead and take care of you. Let them know Big Will sent you.
That's it, Willie.
Oh, my God, I'm out of breath, folks. You got to do these live reads. Like, I appreciate all these people helping out on the show. I know I got a lot of goofy sponsors on here, and I might have to start getting rid of those because it's taking me 10 minutes to go through all the sponsors. But I do got another probably wacky sponsor I'll come up with later. Folks, as you guys can see, there's not many, decor around me. Just got into the house 2 weeks ago. I literally just set this up probably an hour ago. I just finished it. So I got the sign up, the flag, and I got old Dale Earnhardt Jr., and I got my boy Casey Jedrzejczyk up there in the corner, and I got all my pictures and all my plaques and everything over here in front of me. So we'll get that up here next week, everybody, and just move it in. You guys seen the new house, seen the pictures. So yeah, it's gonna look great. It's gonna look great, everybody. I'm telling you. So that being said, folks, let's get into.
I got a question for you. How come you ain't got no pictures up there of the 2005 Lorain County Speedway Cavalcade winner?
You know what? You send me one, you asshole, and I will hang it up on the fucking wall. All right, I'll give you my address. You mail it to me. You get a copy of it, and I will put that son of a bitch right up there. I'll put it right up there, Dave.
I can do one better. How about I give you one in the Willie car when I won?
You can kiss my ass. I'll burn that motherfucker. Brief story. Here we go, folks. So you guys know Ohio has cavalcades, right? And so I was getting out of front-wheel drive cars. I was going to I was going through the big cars in 2004, and I sold to Dave out of steel. And all I needed was a half shaft to get fixed, but it's neither here nor there. And then I got a phone call for Cavalcade. I sold it to him before Cavalcade. I got a phone call. Guy asked me to come drive his car. And I said, you know what? I'll come drive it. So, and ironically enough, we qualified in. We qualified in on time. And our heat race was just kind of a formality. And I think I out-qualified you, though, because you started in front of me.
I started second row inside. You started third row outside. I was two cars slower than what you were.
Yes. So I did out-qualify my old car, but Dave started in front of me. And I followed Dave up to the front in the heat race. And there goes Dave. And sure as shit, I could not pass my old car. And I know what it felt like for every other asshole that year. Like, could not get around me. And so he wound up winning. I remember there was kids crying in the grandstand saying, how can Dave win in Willie's car? Because he kept the number on the car. You still had Willie 11 on the side of it.
Well, here's the funny story. I think we were talking about it, and the deal didn't go through till Saturday morning because I gave you the money Saturday morning. We went and got the CV shaft or whatever Saturday morning, put it in. We went out for hot laps, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just race it with this on it.
Right.
And, I mean, hot laps, I was like, oh yeah, like I feel comfortable in this car.
Yeah, she was a fast one. She was a good car, that's for sure. Yep. So there you go. So there's some stories. So let's get into some racing. Like I said, folks, if I missed your race, I apologize now. But I'm so busy, so busy when it comes to just everything moving and all that other fun stuff. But needless to say, let's get into it. So we had the Ohio Outlaw Series. They were in Birch Run, not past Friday, but the Friday before. You had fifth place was Cody Globely. Fourth place was Sam Stout. Third place was J.J. Hennis. Second place was Danny Shirey. And first place, winning for the second time this year, this boy's having himself a breakout year. And Danny, you better step up your game, kid. Sawyer's here to play, man. He is. And Sawyer Stout was your winner at Birch Run. And congratulations to everybody that, finished in the top five. Congratulations, Sawyer. Sawyer is telling me, and his girlfriend, Victoria, they have themselves a good luck charm. Indy, their daughter, which proves right now it's looking very well right now. So when she was pregnant, Sawyer won Cavalcade. She gave birth. Was she pregnant? Yeah, I think she was pregnant. Oh no, she had the baby already, and Sawyer had won, and then Grandpa had wound up winning the next week up at Oswego, and now Sawyer's winning. And this good luck tournament is spreading because you got them racing at Whitmore the next day. They had a doubleheader race. You had Cody Goldley finishing fifth, Sawyer Stout wound up finishing fourth. Danny wound up finishing third. Sam Stout wound up finishing second. And the car owned by Sawyer, J.J. Ennis, winds up winning at Whitmore and then gets himself a bonus for being the first winner of the year. That wasn't a repeat winner that year. So congratulations to J.J. Hennis. I've known J.J. literally since he was in his mother's womb. That's son of former super modified driver John Hennis. So congratulations to the Hennis family. Congratulations to the Stout family and everybody else. I want to finish in the top five. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to go over to Berlin's feature Friday night. Tyler Schulich wound up winning that race. Hollywood Mike Mcvetta wound up finishing second. Hell of a good race. Josh Sikolik wound up finishing third. Mike Lippy wound up finishing fourth. The Mad Mexican, the Crazy Arriba, AJ Lasecki with the fifth. Now, folks, let me tell you guys something here. He has not raced a super modified in over a year. A big block, okay? I don't think the car has been out of the shop for over a year. And AJ had himself a great, great weekend. I am so, so proud of AJ and the family for them getting out and racing the Berlin race and having strong finishes. And we'll get into the strong finish that he had on Saturday's Berlin race. Mike Ordway wanted to finish in fifth on Saturday's race. Mike Lippy wanted to finish in fourth. AJ Lasecki, again, now with the podium finish. She finished fifth on Friday, third on Saturday, and got to lead some laps too, by the way. Tyler Schultz wanted to finish in second, and then we got our guest of the night, Mike Mcvetta, wound up going and winning the race. Folks, the crowd went wild, and we're going to talk to Mike about this. We're not going to give it all away. If you haven't watched the race, go back over to Flow, watch the Berlin race. My man was strategic, and I'm sitting there. Oh, you know what? We'll just save this for when Mike gets on. I'm so excited because I know what the hell he was thinking in his head, and he's going to confirm it. I'll save it for Mike, and Mike can say I'm full of shit or I was right. But we'll find out and see. Then you got then we're going to go to Oswego last week. The 350 race. Dawson Hawksby wanted to finish in fifth. Dave Cliff wanted to finish in fourth. Jim Storrance wanted to finish in third at the podium. Uncle Mike Bruce wanted to finish in second. And the nephew, Talon Hawksby, had to take old Uncle Mikey out to the woodshed and whip his ass. A good job, Talon, on whipping Uncle Mike Bruce's ass on getting that dub. I heard that he had to lock you in the bedroom or something like that, or in the bathroom, or he didn't feed you for a couple days after that. I'm just kidding, folks. He did not do that. But I know you had some type of funny interview about that, though. So, yeah. So congratulations, Talon, on your win there. And then we got the SBS feature. Fifth place was Alex Hogue. Fourth place was Matt Magner. Third place was Drew Pascuzzi. I love saying that name. I cannot wait to meet him. I'll come up for Classic. I need to get over to the SBS side. I got to talk to these guys. I want to have more of these guys on the show. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to have one on next week. I got to reach out to him either tonight or tomorrow, and we'll go through there. But I definitely want to get him onto the show next week. DJ Schumann wanted to finish in second. And folks, just to let you guys know, if you're looking for a really good quality t-shirt, DJ Schumann, right here, had some shirts, sent me down some. So I just want to go ahead and thank you to DJ Schumann Racing for sending me down good quality shirt here, folks. I'm telling you guys right now. See that? I'm telling you guys right now. Good quality shirts. Just as good as my Mcvetta shirt, you know. So, but I'm telling you guys, I just want to go ahead and thank everybody for everybody involved sending that down here. And they always take good care of me. They do. All my family up there in Oswego. So I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys for sending it down here. And then the winner of the SBS race at 16 years old, folks. 16 years old. He's still not the youngest. Okay, but that's still a feat to win your first feature at the Big O. 16 years old. Not many people can say that. CJ Crawford. Hats off to CJ Crawford on winning his first ever SBS feature. Congratulations, buddy. And then we got the Oswego Supers. Fifth place, which I am very proud of this guy. This guy is the epitome of blue-collar racer out there at Oswego Speedway, in my book, okay? There's a couple of them, okay? The LeVays won. Jack Patrick, your fifth place finisher. That dude's blue collar right there. Yep, he really is. Super nice guy. Love talking to Jack whenever I get a chance. Go ahead and have a conversation with him. I'm probably going to do some lives this year at Classic when I come up, which, by the way, book my flight, bitches. I'll be at Oswego. And it was cheap. Yes, I couldn't believe how cheap my flight was. So if you guys want to know, message me. I'll let you know. It's dirt cheap. Cheapest flight in the history of me living in Florida, flying at Oswego. Yes, no kidding. So Jack Patrick wanted to finish in fifth. Camden Proud wanted to finish in fourth. That dude and that race team is coming around, folks. I'm telling you, keep your eye on him. Then you got the Canadian Wolverine, love another blue collar team. Okay, just another coming out of Canada every week. You know, it's not a short trip at all. But Canadian Wolverine Logan rebels, and then you have Josh Sokolik, which this kid just come out of nowhere, and I think he kind of scared Otto a little bit because he jumped out, passed Otto, and went straight to the lead. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, Josh, I see what you got here. I said on the show 2 weeks ago, you better do your homework. You better step up your game. You better go to summer school. You better stay after class for extra credit. And I'm like, all right, Team Simmons is stepping up their game. But, folks, let me tell you something. Hold on here real quick. Yeah. Here we go. And your winner of Saturday night's feature super modified race is your king of kings, Otto Centerly. Nobody's going to beat this dude this year. I'm telling you guys right now, he is just on fire. And that dude is a man possessed. It's going to take a lot. You guys better step up. You guys better step up your game. I'm telling you right now, that dude is not messing around. He's looking really good this year. And he is very, what's the word? Being very patient. He's letting the race come to him. He's not chasing the race. He just bides his time. He's letting everything just come into him. I'm telling you guys right now, he's the odds-on favorite to win the Classic right now. And I'm saying that in what's this now? This was going into the second week of July. He's the odds-on favorite. Unless he breaks, I think he's going to win every single race this year. And he's on pace right now to tie Jim Champine's record of leading all 200 laps at the Oswego Classic. If he's going to go out, what better way to go out than do that? Just to win every single race in the non-wing and lead all 200 laps of the Classic. Otto, hats off to you, sir. You are on. You got your shit together. So all hail the king, King Otto Centerly, folks. This year of Oswego Speedway. So all hail the king. And folks, that is finally. I'm caught up on all my races. That's everything. We all went and we crowned Otto. I was going to have a crown, but I was running behind. I was going to go to Burger King and get a Burger King crown and put it on Dave, and have King Otto. And maybe after he wins next week, I should say in 2 weeks. I'll do it then.
Willie, you better not disrespect the boy that's coming up. He is also a king as well.
He's the king right now. He's the king of Berlin Speedway. And with that being said, folks,
he was the king out at Lorraine Raceway Park too. The king out there.
Yes,
he's got the crown to prove it. He does. He does with hands down, without a doubt. So with that being said, folks, let's just go ahead. Let's just call a spade here. We got to get to this here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring our guest on right here now. Ladies and gentlemen, this guest needs no introduction, but he's going to get one anyways. He's one of the few super modified drivers that have the balls to compete at Oswego Speedway and ISMA for the Wing Challenge Series and for the non-wing series out there at Oswego Speedway. He's a two-time ISMA super modified track champion. He's won the High Miler Nationals. He's newly crowned three-time Great Lakes Super Modified Classic. He's the driver of the iconic ketchup and mustard machine. He's one of the sport's most nicest people that you will meet in super modified racing or in racing altogether. I'm telling you guys right now, I've known this guy since he was a kid.
He's always had his head on straight. He's always been a great guy. I cannot say enough superlatives about this guy. He is just an all-around nice guy. The man gave me a T-shirt after I've been begging for one for the last 3 damn years, or probably longer than that. Dave got his shirt on too. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Hollywood man himself, Mike Mcvetta. Dave, are there people booing there? Do I hear people booing in the background? There's nobody booing Mike Mcvetta. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you guys doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Good to see you. So, as you guys know, I always have like a little pre-interview. So, Mike, what the hell you got going on, buddy? What's going on today? Let the fans know what you got going on this week.
So we got a little situation going on. Once a year, a group of us get together and go camping a couple days before the race. So we're sitting here at a KOA in Lake Milton, Ohio, with Trent Stevens and AJ Lasecki and Ty Schaefer, and we're enjoying a few beverages, and the kids are out playing, and it's a great night.
Absolutely. Is that Trent Eric Iosu Stevens?
Well, potentially.
Like I said, is that a Koozie Koozer right there? The proud sponsor of the show, folks, Mike Mcvetta. There you go, pal. Hell yeah. Oh, my God. I was so excited when I seen Trent at 32. Nothing against Mo. And I'm like, all right, these guys know how to tinker with these Bodnar chassis. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, what the fuck? So it's like, it's all right. We'll get Trent back in the 19. Everything will be back to normal again. So, yeah. So I just wanted to bust Trent's balls. But, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
It ain't easy just to hop in a car and give it a go and see what happens.
Jessica just got on here. Watch your mouth, Willie. Love you, Jessica. I'm sure you've been giving him a hard time too. Huh?
She's giving you some sign language right now.
Oh, I'm sure she is. She can see it. No, I'm a huge Ohio Super Modified fan. So all my Ohio guys, I was like, damn, that's going to be a tough team right there. And I think it is with Mo once they get the chassis figured out. But yeah, needless to say, I just like busting balls. AJ Lasecki's with you. I gave AJ his flowers. Superb race weekend for AJ. Just like I said, he hasn't raced all year. I think has it been a whole year since he's got behind the wheel of the big block super?
It's a good AJ. When's the last time you ran a big block?
I attempted at Caraway.
Caraway last year.
Oh, did he? Okay, then all right. Then so it hasn't been a whole full year then. Yeah. Okay. So
I should each other.
AJ wants it.
Well, what's that?
I said I should know that. We parked next to each other that day.
Well, sometimes those fun pops that we like to drink after the races kind of ruin our.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed off how to get an invite because we could have just done the show live from the KOA. Then Jessica could have been throwing watermelon at me while I'm doing the interview.
He's throwing watermelon at me for some reason.
Yeah, well, right. Yeah. One thing she should know better, you never throw watermelon at a black man. All right? You just don't do that. Yeah. I said it. So what? Mike sent me a picture. And he's cooking some ribs and he's got watermelon. I'm like, dude, you got a black man's paradise going on right there, buddy. So, yeah. So, all right, Mike. Well, let's get into you here a little bit. Obviously, Berlin Speedway seems to be your favorite track of all tracks these days. I was going to say in the intro, the guy that has the worst bad luck at Oswego Speedway, still, look at him, fucking AJ. So Do you have this track circled on your calendar when it comes up?
Even the first year when we were awful and couldn't finish a race, just the way Berlin runs the show and caters to super modifieds, I mean, it's circled on our calendar every year.
Right.
No question.
Right. I don't know if you watched the show. I had Jeff Striegel on a couple weeks ago promoting the race. First time I ever talked to Jeff, the guy's a salt of the earth, man. He is a true race fan. And I think next year I might have to just come on up there and just hang out with the boys and just soak it in and see everything that it's all about. It seems like it's a really, really good time up there. I've heard it's the best after party in super modified tour on the super modified tour right now.
I don't think you'd like it, Willie. It's really great racing and then a hell of a party afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that's my cup of tea or not. Yeah, I would definitely love that for sure. Yeah, I would definitely love that for sure. And I had an opportunity to come, but I was closing on the house that week, and just couldn't put it together this year. I kind of had a light invitation to come on up and just pay for your airfare, and I'll take care of everything else. But the house is more important. When you're buying yourself a brand new house, it's definitely more important. So priorities. Will quite a few years ago, and he probably would have said, I'll close on the house when I get back. So
2027, Will. 2027.
Yeah, I know. There's always 2027. That's for damn sure. So, you unload on Friday. How was the car? You seem to be fast. I mean, you set fast time. I mean, do you just have the car just dialed in? Like you already know what the adjustments are on the scale already at the shop, and just you're coming there with what you left with what you left there last year.
But that's certainly where we start, and there's something. I don't know. I guess you say there's something special about that car and that racetrack, and I'd say the same thing about IRP. There's something special about that car and that racetrack at IRP too that. It's good most places, but it's exceptional at those two racetracks. And I don't know why. The setup ain't all that much different, but, it just works and makes me look really, really good.
Well, we're going to get into that. So Friday, you wound up finishing second behind Tyler. Tyler seemed like they had that car on rails for the most part on Friday. Was you kind of using Friday as a test, or did you I know you're out there to race to win. Did you dude, you were driving so hard into turn 3. Like you made up like 3 cars going into 3 like the last couple of laps. Were you trying something out to see how deep you could drive it in the last handful of laps on Friday night?
No, we struggled a little bit Friday. The tires didn't quite come out how we wanted them to, so we kind of had to throw some different things at it to get it to turn, and I ended up just beating the tires up really, really bad, which is a really bad thing to do at Berlin, especially because it's hard on tires to begin with, and we had to come from a row or 2 back from Tyler, and we just didn't quite have enough to get him at the end.
Right. It seems like you like those shitty pill draws, though.
I had my buddy Dylan, who I met at Berlin this year. He's a really special guy. He drew me the 10 for Saturday, which some people look at, well, it was 10 of 10, but we started 10th last year too, so it was my lucky number to him, and it's pretty special to have him draw our starting position and be able to drive through the field and get it at the end.
So for the people that didn't watch the race, let's talk about Saturday's race. That was just pretty damn phenomenal for the most part. You drive up to, where were you, third? Or was you third or fourth?
Yeah, I think we're fourth or fifth.
Yeah, fourth or fifth. And all of a sudden you pull low. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching the race, and I'm like, no. So I'm going through like, well, who am I going to have on the show this year? I thought, something broke, it was a mag or something. And then they said, oh, there's fluid underneath the car, they're in turn 4 on the apron. I'm like, oh shit, Mike caught the motor. And I'm going through the whole emotion and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, man, it'd been so cool to have Mike on 3 years in a row, man, for winning this race. He's so badass. So I'm like, well, all right, if I get Tyler on, that's not a bad thing. Or if I get AJ on, AJ would have been really cool to have on. And I'm like, yeah, all right, So, and then all of a sudden, you go into the pits, and 5 minutes later, if that, a couple minutes later, you're pushing off again. So let's go through, that whole turmoil of what happened there. You hit something going into 3, and the radiator cap just popped off.
I think it was a combination of things. Right on the start, got together, and then when Trent spun at the end of lap 1, Tyler Thompson got into me as well, and both left side Nerf bar hits, and the way the radiator shroud goes on my car, the Nerf bar goes through it. So I think those 2 hits kind of helped the radiator cap loosen up. And I went into turn 3 down on the apron, just trying to make something happen, and hit a huge bump that I didn't know was there. I literally watched that radiator cap. As I hit that bump, I watched it turn, and then just a volcano of water start pouring out of the thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Thought, we're at lap 8. There ain't no way it's going to last,
Right.
Another 60, whatever, 7 laps. Fortunately, we got the caution. We were able to get, it was all of a gallon of water we put back into it, and got the cap back on and got back out, and started at the trunk and made our way forward.
Rollo, I don't know if you've seen the video or not. Rollo posted a video of you getting pushed back out again, and the crowd just erupting. And I'm like, is this dude for real? Is he going to come from the back to the front? And like, I'm sitting there and I'm watching the ticker across the top. And like, you made up like 6 spots in like 2 laps. Like, were you hustling on the outside?
Yeah, we were hustling on the outside, on the inside. I had a really good feel for how the car was the first 8 laps before the cap popped off, and we were really good. I knew we were really good, and I made some changes with the car 2 years ago, and if it's good to start, it's going to be good to finish. So I knew we were in a good spot. I just had to be smart and not knock the nose wing off of it, or get it up in the fence, and we'd be okay. And it really worked out.
So here's the part I was talking about when I was going through this. I'm sitting there, and now I'm watching you. You finally, in the announcers. Did you ever watch back the replay on Flow?
Once or twice.
And they're talking about this magical water the whole time, and I'm like, because they didn't even know it was a radiator cap. We didn't find out radiator cap until Victory Lane, so they just thought that you lost water or something like that. And I'm like, it just doesn't sound right. Like something like, was there a line loose or something? They tightened it up or what? So, and I'm like, and finally you get up to second place, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, this son of a bitch, this motherfucker, excuse my language, kids earplugs, he's playing cat and mouse right now. He is saving his shit right now, right or wrong.
No, you're right. I got to say, this is what I love about the super modified community. As I'm sitting here with Trent Stevens and AJ Lasecki, drinking beer, having a good time at a campground. Lou LeVay came over with a gallon of water as my crew was trying to pour bottles of water in to fill the radiator up. and got it filled up a whole lot quicker to get us back out. And that's what I love about the super modified community. We're all in it for each other, and all of us will help each other out, whatever it takes to make it happen. And Lou Jr. and Senior, huge shout out for them for coming over and helping us get that thing full of water, because I don't know if we would have made it if we were just pouring bottles of water in it.
Good people, and that's why I love to support Lou. Like I said, earlier in the show, they're good blue collar race team, and that's nothing taken away from Mike. Mike is about as blue collar as they come too. Mike makes all of his parts, literally. I've been to his shop quite a few times, and the old one, I should say. And so it doesn't get more blue collar than that. Mike Silliman on here, Silliman says, Fulton Water, it's special. It's like, but I seen a picture. I know Lou LeVay Senior was having some mag issues, some misfire issues. You could never get the car running correct all weekend. But I seen a picture. There was you, AJ Lasecki. I don't know if Trent was in that one too or not, but you guys were all trying to diagnose his car. And it just goes back to where karma, you are trying to help him, and there he is, there to help you. And the funny thing is that he went out there to try to do a start and park, and yet had enough wherewithal to go ahead and have the car parked by then. Instead of sulking, he's coming running over there with a gallon jug of water, him and Blue Jr. to help you guys out. Is just, that's a class act right there. And I didn't know that till right now. You never told me that. And that's pretty badass, man, that they came over to give you guys a hand. But that's just karma right there, man. You tried to help the guy out all weekend to get his car running. And, sure enough, there he was to go ahead and, repay the favor back. So that's pretty cool. So let's go back to, go ahead.
I was just saying that's another great example of the community. It was me, Rich Reed, Mike Ordway Jr., and AJ trying to get Louis going.
That's who it was, yeah.
Get the injection set.
Did you ever figure out what the problem was?
Yeah, I think they may have not had the main jet in it, so it was running really lean, and that's why we couldn't get her to run quite right on Thursday. He got it out by Friday or by Saturday. Just one more time.
Well, that's good. So you're in second. You're playing cat and mouse. Me and Chris Myers are messaging each other back and forth. And I said, cue the Jaws music. Here he comes. And and he's like, I don't know if and Myers says, pull the text message. He goes, I don't know if he's got enough tire. And I said, no. I said, he's just stalking and waiting. And it was a couple laps later. Myers comes back and goes, oh yeah. You could tell. He's just sitting there, just biding your time and just trying to find that weak spot. What did you see as a weak spot for Tyler in the last, 30 laps or something like that of the race, 25 laps? Did you see if he was tight or was he loose? I mean, what did you see to where you said, okay, I can capitalize right here?
Yeah, I mean, Tyler looked pretty good. It's not uncommon. I did the same thing to Otto 2 years ago. If you miss the entry to 1, it just screws up your exit to 2. So it was all about positioning myself to be ready in the event that, he missed it and then, got high out of 2 and I could get that low line out without burning up the car.
Yeah.
And
you really
comes down to that place.
You really like that apron coming off of turn 2. I noticed that. Tyler likes that apron also too. You two seem to have you guys made a little home down there. I don't know if he might have seen you run down there once or twice, or if you've seen him run down there, but you guys had that turn 2 apron, like you guys were camped out on that thing. So you must have missed that apron off of turn 2. You said, oh, we got to run now, huh?
Yeah, well, that apron's tough because there's a huge bump coming out of 2 that you hit no matter what whenever you're down low. So if you hit it just wrong, it just shoots you up. So, he hit it wrong or missed the entry, and, that's when I pounced.
Yeah. You know, so it seemed like once you got into the lead, as I like to go ahead and say, you tipped the bellboy and just checked out. I remember last year you were trying to lap the field. We had this good conversation on the show last year. I remember this. Was that your plan again?
Well, it was just a completely different race than last year. You know, I think we took the lead with, I think it was 22 to go last year, and this year we took it with 10 to go and then had a caution with 5 to go. So
Right.
The mechanics of the race were just way different than they were last year. So I don't know. Once I got to the lead, I just gave it all I could, and hoped the tires would hold on for the remaining laps.
Yeah, when it comes to you, Mike, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest here, like I am normally on this show. I was waiting for that Mr. Old Bad Luck this to show its ugly head, and I think it already did with the radiator cap. And karma, good karma came back on you, and this wasn't Oswego. So, but yeah. But you wound up coming out. You got the win. I'm very excited, very happy about it. I love when the Ohio guys go up to Michigan and win. I love when the Ohio guys win on ISMA, period. You know, it wasn't no more than maybe 10 or 15 years ago. The Ohio guys were looked down upon as the, what the hell did they call us? The minor leagues of super modified racing. And you look at the Ohio guys now, they've really stepped up their game over the last 10 years, and they've really gotten a lot better. Now, granted, there's no more Chris Purley, there's no more Russ Wood, there's no more, Mike Ordway Sr., and Joe Gosick, and this and that. But I honestly feel that we could put, Trent Stevens and Mike Mcvetta and, let me see here, you put DJ back in the wing again. You Ohio guys can really, really run. And even AJ had a hell of a damn weekend, just so proud of him. And then, does AJ want to get on here and announce what he's doing this weekend?
I don't see AJ. I think he's out fishing right now.
Is he doing? Oh, now he's on fishing detail, huh?
Yeah. I'll break the news. No, he's headed to Lake too. I mean, that's why we're all camping here, is just on our way to Lake Erie. So, kind of looking forward to that one. It's been a few years since we've been there.
Yeah. So AJ Lasecki's going to be racing Lake Erie Speedway this weekend, and that's great. Hopefully AJ can come out with a podium finish, a top 5. That'd be great for him. Hell, I'd love to see him get a win. I really would. Another low budget race team that's doing real good. Another one I've known since he was a little kid. Him and Jonathan. So yeah. Lake Erie Speedway. When was the last time you guys raced there?
2013. We ran with Musty Super Modifieds. It was the last Musty Super Modified. So, that's the last and only time Supers have been on Lake Erie Speedway.
You were still pretty green back then, weren't you? In the Super Modified world, that was like your second season.
Yeah, that was our second. It was really our first full-time season. First time, we owned a car. I ran part-time for Dave Coyan the year prior, but it was our first full go at it, on our own. Yeah.
How'd you like it? It's progressive banking. It's a 3/8 mile track. It's got that progressive braking. You can run 3 grooves there. It seems to fit your driving style of now, for sure. Being that high side hustler that you've been here over the last few years. Do you think it's going to play into your driving?
I think it's going to play into an awesome show. Like you said, progressive banking. It's Mansfield, but 3/8 miles. So progressive bank. There's three racing grooves there. Which will allow you, if your car's a little off, to make it work. So I think it's going to be an awesome show. I really do. I know when we were there back in 2013, the place was shoulder packed, and I hope the same going into this year, and I hope it's a really good show.
I do not doubt it one bit at all. I know that who's that over your shoulder? Is that TJ?
That's my son Patrick.
Was that Patrick?
No, it's Patrick, my son.
Jesus, God, Lord, man, that kid's getting big, man.
I'm getting old.
That's you. Mike, I remember you when you were that age, okay? Oh my God. Yeah. But it's definitely going to be a great show. What's the car count looking like? 17, 18 supers?
They got 21 signed up, so should be a really good field, really diverse. I mean, great. I mean, I don't know. I know I've been there in the past. McKnight's was there in 13. Edwards was there in 13. I'm not sure if there was anybody else. And, it was kind of a whole different world. We were on American Racer tires, so I'm not sure much of
That's
correlate. Right. Other than McKnight, we were all in different race cars, too, so, like, wildly different race cars. So,
yeah.
Looking forward to it. It's always great to get to a new.
Yeah, I'm definitely very excited. I know that it will be broadcasted on Flow. I know and the thing is, it's Lake Erie Speedway, ROC Sportsmen are going to be there. They're going to be I don't know if they're the headline or the undercard, but if the ROC is going to be there, I know that they broadcast all the other races. So for you people that have Flow, look at Lake Erie Speedway. ROC Sportsmen are going to be racing there, and they should be broadcasting the ISMA show also. So I will definitely be looking forward to watching that. And that's going to be a lot of fun. And it is just, and the facility of that track is just, it's awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful facility. I've been there. I went there once. I actually went there for a Crash-O-Rama. God, how long ago was that? That was like 2010, 2011. I went there for a Crash-O-Rama, and it was, but the place was packed. Beautiful facility, beautiful bathrooms, all asphalt paved pit area. It's going to be hot. Yeah, asphalt's going to be hot. But other than that, though, I just, no mud, no dirt, nothing in the infield. It's all asphalt in the infield. So it's going to be good racing, good time. You're having a pretty good season this year. You're second in points right now. Tyler seems like he's got a pretty big points lead, but with ISMA, that can change very, very quickly. Are you running hard for points, or are you kind of just how it happens is how it lays is how it lays?
I mean, that's kind of how we've always been, Willie. I mean, last year we were going to do a part-time schedule last year, and how that.
Yeah.
We just one race at a time. We had a little rough start to the season. We tried some new things, just didn't work out for us, and kind of went back to what we know and got back to the performance we had. So, hoping we can, kind of ride that train the rest of the year.
Just went back to the basics again then, huh? Yeah.
You always try to be better, and sometimes it doesn't work. And what we did at the beginning of the year just didn't work.
Right.
So we'll see what happens the rest of the year, and it'll be what it'll be. We'll do our best every week and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. So with that being said, let's go ahead and ask Mike some questions like we do every single year. We already know his dots, the pretzels. Those are his favorite. Those are his absolute favorite. We know that Berlin Speedway is probably, hands down, bar none, his favorite race. What's your? I think you answered this last year, and I think I know what the answer is going to be. And what is your favorite all-time win that you've gotten in your career, in your whole racing career? What's the all-time number one favorite win?
I mean, that's tough. I mean, growing up at Sandusky to win a high miler, it's hard to beat that. Yeah, exactly. All these wins at Berlin are special. And when you come up in 27 and experience the Great Lakes Classic, you'll understand why those are so special.
Right.
Those really just fly right to the top.
Is there any super modified fan better than a Michigan super modified fan? Because those people, they love super modifieds to an whole nother level. Like Ohio fan, we've taken super modifieds for granted. New York fan has taken super modifieds for granted. New England fan has taken super modifieds for granted, but Michigan fan, I mean, I don't know if it's still like this or not, but you could take all your tires that you have accumulated for a calendar year from the last time you raced there to the next time you raced there, and you could give away every one of those tires. Is it still like that to this day?
Absolutely it is. The Michigan fans are awesome. The Canadian fans, when we go to Delaware, they're really hard to beat too. I really wish we had a 2-day Delaware show where we're not running out of Delaware on Friday night headed across the border to get to Lancaster, because I can remember some nights back in the day when we would run a 2-day show at Delaware that were a little foggy, but were a hell of a lot of fun.
Well, you're also drinking that Canadian beer too. It's got a little bit of extra kick that Uncle Sam won't let us have. Yep, I have a Canadian brother, Kyle. He always brings me a nice 30-pack across the border for me, and that seems to go ahead and get me nice and warmed up for the modified feature on Saturday night of Classic. That's for damn sure. Yeah, it's like, why am I getting buzzed on a 6-pack right now? This ain't normal right now. Yeah, so Berlin obviously holds a special place in your heart. High Miler Nationals, obviously, that's one of my favorite flagging moments. I got a couple of them from High Miler. Obviously, TJ winning his 5th, you winning your 1st, having that conversation with you. Can we tell that story about High Miler now? Is there enough time passed?
About what? Oh,
the fuel.
It was raining hard.
Well, but the fuel. What I came over, what I told you.
You're gonna have to refresh my memory. I had way too many bubblies.
Okay, all right. So we'll tell you guys a little story here. So I was the flagman at Mike Mcvetta's High Miler win, and I want to say the caution came out and there was a red flag for a refuel, and Mike was in the lead. Mike Lippy was in second, and I just happened to be up on the flag stand, and I'm just watching, making sure nobody's doing any adjustments on their car. And I look at my phone. I get a buzzing, a vibration on my phone because I'm a roofer, so I have to. It always gives me weather reports in my location. And I get a buzz, and I pull it out, and it says, rain will be in your area in 20 minutes. And I look, and I'm like, and I pull up the radar, and I'm looking like, oh, shit. There was no rain forecasted for that night. But Lake Erie being Lake Erie, it's what it does. So I come down off the flag stand, and I go all the way up to the very front over turn 1. And it was you, obviously, in the car, Doug, and Roger, your dad, and I go over to you and I said, do you want to win this fucking race? And you're like, well, fuck yeah, I do. And I said, well, you better make this car as wide as you possibly can because you got fucking rain coming and you got Lippy breathing down your neck. So you better fucking make this car wide because we're not going the full 100. And you're like, all right. And then your dad said, he goes, is rain really coming? And I showed him the radar and he looks at it and he goes, oh shit. So I don't know if you and Doug had a conversation after that, but I know as a flagman, I should not do that, but I'm not a flagman anymore. So, but I don't know. Do you remember that?
I certainly remember talking to you.
Yeah.
and I knew you could see lightning in the distance. We knew it was coming, but yeah, it worked out in our favor. We had a really good car that day, so
Yeah.
I would race Licky for that win for the full 100, just to see how it shook out, but not upset how it turned out either.
Oh, I'm definitely not upset with that either. Yeah, definitely not upset with that either. I was very, very happy. My daughter was there for that race, and I remember standing in victory lane with you and Roger and Cindy, and we're just soaking wet. Didn't give a shit though. Did not give a shit. But yeah, so that was a really good, really good time, really good memory. One that I'll never forget for sure. What else is there? So, know your snacks. We know your favorite race. What track out there is there right now that you would want to run the ISMA tour that you'd like to go run at?
IRP, no question.
IRP.
AJ,
look who's there, Mr. Top 5, the Mad Mexican, AJ Lasecki. How you doing, buddy?
Good, Will. How are you?
Doing all right, pal. Last time I seen AJ was at the Chili Bowl.
Oh yeah, we were a mess then, weren't we?
We're not gonna. What happens at the Chili Bowl stays at the Chili Bowl, especially with the Shiree brothers.
Not get into
Oh, no. No, sir. Even Kevin said IRP's this place. Yep. So yeah. Yeah, Berlin as well. Yep. So Kevin's on here watching. So IRP. Do you think that ISMA will ever go back to IRP?
Man, I hope so, but I also get it. We struggle to get cars to Michigan. Getting cars to Indiana is also going to be a challenge, and you got to look at it for the reality of it. You can't show up to IRP with 12 cars, so
No.
Danny's going to have to be smart and make sure if we do go that route and go down that path that we've got commitment of 20, 30 guys. Knowing that you're not going to get all 20 or 30 to go. That way you're covered, and we can put on a good show. A place like Berlin, you have a dozen cars. It's small enough that it doesn't look quite so bad. But when you get out on that 5/8 plus mile IRP, that big track, man, short car count is pretty obvious.
Right. And I totally get that. I really do. So I had Jim Burgess on earlier this year, and Jim is very much gung-ho for an East versus West battle again. And he said he thinks he can get probably about 10 or 12 West Coast guys to come out. What's it going to take to make that happen? As a driver, what do you think it's going to take to make that happen?
Well, Will, I'm glad you asked that question because I listened to that episode and I thought, back the last time we ran IRP back in 19 and 20, they were legal to run with us and chose not to come. So, not sure what the issue is on that. Certainly it's a lot of travel for them, but it paid pretty good. And, yeah, we welcomed them. MSS adjusted their rules to allow them to come and race with us, and nobody showed up. So, don't know what to say.
Was not aware of that. And if I was aware of that, I definitely would have called them out on that. And that's one of those deals where you need to text me and be like, well, ask him this question. Because I definitely would have called them out on that.
It's frustrating listening to that, talking about how cheap you can get a 410 engine. And whenever, I hear Kistler out here is looking at $85,000 for a brand new 410. And the reality is if you allowed them, that's what you'd be racing against. And the 410 technology advances so fast compared to the big block technology because honestly, our head roll is awesome. You got to run a stock valve angle head. I bought my cylinder heads 11 years ago, used from Vic Miller, and they still seem to be doing pretty good. I don't think you can find a 410 that's going to say the same thing. So,
no.
The big block rolls are really good. I don't think we've gotten into this on this show, but when
Come on.
we went modified racing, we were at a crossroad, and you're well aware of this. We were running the 305 deal. I built that car, and man, it was a really, really good car. And they said, don't come back with it. And we had we could go 410 sprint car racing, buy an engine for the car we had, or we could buy a complete super modified operation. And it was cheaper to buy the entire super modified operation, car, engine, and all the spares, than it was to buy a 410. So I personally, and if you get Clyde Booth on the show, he'll have the same story. Man, the big blocks are way more affordable than everybody thinks they are, and I don't know why they get this black eye that they're so expensive and nobody can afford them. I mean, there's big block modifieds out there that you can pull from and get some used engines. There's I think Ron Hennis has 2 or 3 of them right now. They're more than affordable. Big block super modified engines.
What'd you pay for your last one?
Yeah, we won't get into that, but I can guarantee the Lancaster costs way less than a 410.
Right. AJ, aren't you running the Hennis engines?
My Hennis engine went to Grant Thormeyer after Berlin last year.
Oh, okay. All right then. Yeah, that's another car that's just floating around down here now. I know that he sold Rosie back to. What's their plans with that car for this year?
I talked to them a couple times. It looks like they got a bit of work to do yet. They're hoping to get out towards the end of the year, but we'll see. I know Ryan just had a little one, and Kenyon lives in North Carolina, and the car's in Lockport, and logistics are really tough for them. So they can get things figured out and get Rosie back on track. She's a pretty good car.
Oh yeah, definitely. Me and Mike had a nice little conversation about that. Day late, dollar short, as the saying goes, but it is whatever it is. But it's definitely one of those deals to where, God, there's big block super modifieds out there with like $70,000 engines, though, right? No,
that's what I keep. I haven't heard anybody that has paid that, and I don't know why you would. Because I finished second at Lancaster with one that cost less than 20. So
I don't know. Come over to DJ's carnivore night and classic. We'll have a conversation about that. We won't go ahead and broadcast that business on here, but and it's not from DJ, but
you got to go to Ron Engines. Trust me.
Dude, who did I grow up with? All right. I literally, me and John Hennis were cleaning engine parts at 13, 14 years old. I know all about Ron Hennis, and he builds engines to last. He really does, and he builds great horsepower. I'm not saying nothing bad against Ron Hennis, nothing at all. And I know he can build you a damn good engine at an affordable price. And he's not going to charge you what Level's charging and all these other guys are charging. So, but shit, what is it? I seen a super modified big block engine up for sale. Was it like 17 grand? It's got the Kistler injection. It's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. It's really not, but do you think that they should open up the rules to 410s, or do you want to keep them big blocks?
Yeah, I think we should keep them big blocks. I've had experience on, I'm a big Engler injection guy. I've been on Tim Engler's chassis dyno with both engines, and I can tell you we're 100 short of the best 410 for horsepower.
Really?
And by the way, that cost $85,000 to upgrade. So, to me, I don't see it. I don't see where I'm saving money. Stop changing rules. I can't afford for you to save me any more money.
Right. I see your point. I mean, I see both sides of the coin. I just see that there's more 410s available than there is big blocks, though, Mike. You you can get a 410, a used 410 for, cheaper than you can a used big block, though, I think, from what I've seen. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You can get a used Dash 12 410 that'll make 800 horsepower, for 20 grand or less. But you can buy a 900 horsepower big block for 20 grand or less. So, yeah, there's more small blocks, absolutely. But, what you're buying for that low price, I don't think it's what you're really going to want.
Right. No, I get it. And this is just two guys. We're just shooting the shit. I'm not, barking up your tree or anything like that. I just want the super modified world to be able to see the other side of the coin. And I'm playing devil's advocate right here, so because I want to see the betterment of super modified racing. I had a conversation with AJ Lasecki. I don't know if he's still there. And this was a couple years ago. And him and I both agreed that 350 super modified racing was going to kill big block racing in Ohio. It's hurting me. That's for damn sure. It did up in New England for sure. And AJ's running, almost full time 350 now. Do you see that becoming the future of super modified racing?
No, I think you're looking at it all wrong. I think that's the stepping stone big block super modified have been missing. We had, and you're well aware of this, back in the day we had the 305 sprint car that ran Sandusky and tracks in Ohio, and that was the breeding ground for super modifieds. And when that left, the breeding ground left. So we didn't have that stepping stone to get you to super modified. So,
right.
I think that's what we're fighting through right now. And, I commend 350 groups that, they're going to be the future big block guys. You look at guys like Jeff Battle and Bobby Timmons and Jim Storis. There's three guys that were 350 guys that decided, it's time to go big block racing. And they went big block racing. And, that's what it's all about. You got to have that stepping stone to get there, and that was missing for 6, 7, 8 years, and that's why we're in this bad spot we're in.
And you forgot another good one too, is Josh Sokolik.
Yeah, he's a great. He went from SBS 50 to big blocks. That's what you need, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a while for those guys to progress through the ranks and get there. Josh certainly is a unicorn in the group. Josh is really good, and he went through quicker than most, and he's a tough competitor in the big blocks, just like he was in the other two divisions.
Yeah, for sure. And just the kid's special. He really is. I think highly of him, and he's very respectful too. Every time I talk to him, it just oozes respect. Nothing but respect from Josh Sokolik. Yeah, but boy, well, Mike, it's getting to that time. It's about almost 8:30. We're a minute to go. Do you have any sponsors that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, there's a great group behind me, and it's more than just sponsors. As this is a family deal. As you mentioned, my dad is there every week. My mom and dad, Doug Saunders, my father-in-law, he's there every week doing tires. Kevin's there, every week working on a car. We got some really good partners with Trustworks LLC. They've been on. They were actually. Their first week on was our first win at Berlin, so it's been quite a great run with them. Dave and Parker Ennis at Perfection Fabricators have been with me since I was 16, so an awesome partner. Lubrication Supply, Schaefer Oil, they've been really good to us. Gary's Body Shop, keeps that ketchup and mustard shining every year, and Sweet Manufacturing helps us out with steering components, and I can never forget the fourth turn crazies. Can always hear them screaming in the fourth turn.
Yep, that's for sure. That's without a doubt. And you have a what's the best word to what do they call it? The Red Mafia or the Ketchup Mafia, or what is that? What's that? What's that group you got? We're always wearing all the Mcvetta shirts.
Yes, Jeff Striegel coined Red Army.
Red Army, that's it. The Red Army, yeah. So I think that's going to stick. That's going to stick for a long time. Yep, that's going to stick for a long time. So, hey, Mike, again, I apologize for canceling on you last weekend for obvious reasons, but just thank you for taking time out. I know you're camping and you got the family, you got the friends, and thanks AJ for stepping in there for a second. I wish Trent would have got on for a moment. I'd love to talk to Trent and tell Miss Jessica I will have her. What do you say?
Yeah, he doesn't like you. I don't know.
Who doesn't like you? Who doesn't like
Berlin. Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about Berlin. In Berlin, I mean, it just don't work out.
You look so good in that car, though, Trent. You really did, man. Did you guys just miss the setup?
Saturday we did.
Yeah. Man.
Fun out, Willie.
That's it. I'm done. Jessica's getting on. That's it. Yeah. No
Here we go.
Show. That's it. Well, folks, we done reached our time today. I want to go ahead and thank Mike Mcvetta for coming on. No, seriously, Mike, thank you for coming on. Yep. Trust me, I know. But yeah, Mike, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate you, brother. And I'll see you in maybe a couple weeks.
Awesome. So we'll be there.
All right. I'll see you, Mike. All right, folks. That was our guest, Mike Mcvetta. Oh man. We're gonna have Jessica Stevens on this year, and we're gonna have her bring on her Ohio girls. She's an Ohio girl now. She's with an Ohio driver, so I classify her as an Ohio girl now. I know that they're living down in North Carolina, but doesn't matter. Jessica, you're an Ohio girl now. You're a Buckeye girl. You need to start wearing that scarlet and gray Ohio State colors, but she's going to message on here. I know it, but no, but seriously, thanks, Mike Mcvetta, for coming on here and just chatting it up. I always appreciate Mike coming on. Mike's been on for the last 3 years, and the Great Lakes Classic winner. You win it again. If whoever wins it next year, we'll have that person on. And if it's Mike with 4 in a row, we'll have him on again next year too. So I really enjoy that. Just want to go ahead and say again, folks, thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes from last week. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys all so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. And please, folks, like the show. I want to see some likes on here. Like Redline Radio, like Tight End Loose Out, follow Redline Radio, follow Tight End Loose Out. You guys know I'm always up to some goofy, crazy antics on there. I'm always posting some stuff. Like the post if you guys could. I would greatly appreciate it. Get over there to Redline Radio. Dave's got that nice crimson Redline Radio hat. Maybe Dave will come off and give you one of those. I don't know if Dave's a tight ass, so.
Willie, I got you.
Oh,
Do you want a red hat? You want it just like this?
Do you have a blue?
I can get a blue. I can get
or
any
a black. How about black?
Yeah,
I was like my black hats. Yeah. That was for a reason. I was wearing black hats. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, brother. I appreciate that. So bring that up to Classic with you whenever you come up for Classic. Yeah,
bro, I'm coming up for Classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. All right, you see his face.
Don't be pulling it. If you do this, I'll believe you.
Dude, I haven't heard that in 20 years, bro. I got to do that to Red. Oh, man, I wish I'd have known that. I would have seen him slap his leg for sure. Oh, man. Yep, absolutely. So, with that being said, folks, thank you guys for coming on here. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye for now. You guys take care.
Redline Network introduces our newest partnership, Outlaw Light. Outlaw is crafted for all of the beer drinking patrons of America. They aren't preaching or teaching, their mission plain and simple, to provide a high quality beer at an affordable price. Outlaw is crisp, crushable, refreshing. Available by the case, tall boys, 16-ounce 6-packs or singles. Go to outlawbeer.com to find the nearest can or tavern near you. The Redline Network proudly raises their cans to you. Stay bold, Outlaw.